last thing that I want to show you is Tim's new line of shadow press. It's really hard to explain it. It's better just to show it because what it is a debossing system, which means it's going to be impressed inside instead of out on the top, which is what a normal embossing folder does. So I'm going to go ahead and this is what the folder looks like. Although you can ink up the little features on the inside, the lines are very fine. It's very hard to keep that ink on there. It has a tendency to kind of bead up. So I recommend going through and embossing your folder first, or embossing your paper first, and then coming back and adding your technique to the top. So I put the little word wonderful inside there. There you have the word wonderful. But if you want to make it pop just a little bit more, I like to take a little bit of paint. Now my girlfriend played with my paint, so I'm hoping it's not too soapy. I like it really dry on this.
But thank you.
Just really lightly brush some paint across the top there, and you can see your word popping. So there's your word wonderful. Then when it's a little bit dry, come back in. I usually like to put a little bit of distressing paint on. See what we got going in here today. There we go. Just add a little warmth to it. Your debossed word, and it's called shadow press because the only part that gets debossed is the shadow, which is amazing that it forms a word, but that's exactly how it works. So there's your thing, Claudia. You probably could put your dragonfly right on top.
I think we have a try.
And you can take one of these with you as well.
Oh,
you can
lovely.
maybe even put that on there, and you'll have that all together.
It's all coming together.
So if you want to take a peek over here, you'll see that it has 3 dies that work. With the texture impression folder, you have the bee, the dragonfly, and the butterfly. And then there's a few examples of those all made up. They're really pretty. I really think with the detail of the texture folder, it's a lot less work, and it really fills in nicely. And then also in his new line is the sea life. He's got the seahorse, the sand dollar, and one of the sand dollars, the starfish pops right out. So you get a starfish in there as well. So you have 3 new dies in that line. And this is his new botanical type feel in this room. If you want to come over here, I'll show you the shadow press wall. This is what I just demonstrated where the impressions get debossed into your paper. This one I just used a paint strip to create that effect. But you can also take Tim's markers and go right into the lines. They fit right in there just beautifully. So you can see some of the samples here. I've also done one where I went ahead and I used the paint like I demonstrated earlier, and that's on this card. And you can see the whole line of Tim's folders. They're all done in sentiments. There's 6 different sentiments in each package, and there's 5 sentiments sets. They're all unusual words. You know, we've got some typical ones, but not typical for Tim. We've got happy birthday and wishes and those kind of things, which is very different for Tim. And then we've got his normal journey, enjoy, discover, those kind of things. And then for our last wall is Tim's big wall. And this year his wall has changed. She's gone a little on the lighter side, but he still loves the vintage and the old. So these are all his new line of big skies up here. He's got the trophy, and this is a flower petal, but it actually can work as a heart. I did a snowflake over there. I'll have to show you how I did that one. Tickets and arrows. Just it's all creative with the little award banners. This is his new Biggs flower, his Biggs XL flower, actually, tattered florals. His last one did so well, they decided to expand it, make it bigger, and here's one that has shown up very large. Cut it out of cardboard, netting, fabric, because it is, again, a steel wool die. You have the ability to do that. Got a matchbox. I have to show you something really clever with this matchbox. Look at this darling.
We did
creation.
post it yesterday on
Yes.
our Facebook page. It's amazing.
It is just amazing. It's just beautiful. It's super creative. So, and then here's all his new texture folders, and then just as I showed you earlier, his 5 new frameworks lines. Those are really, really nice. And then you can see how someone created a card from one of those frameworks. Looks kind of like a quilt, and they stitched on top of it. There's plenty of samples of things that he's done. And that's about it. I mean, that's a lot. You know, one man is very creative. So there you have it. I hope you enjoy, and I can't wait to see your creations.
So, thank you, Debbie.
Oh, you're welcome.
E nós vemos no sábado no Chai Gossip. Apareça e quem sabe leva esta tag para casa. Muito obrigada.